Hello, fellow Star Wars fans. The Jedi. Oh my goodness. The newest episode of The Mandalorian is a gem. It is a gorgeous piece of art that happens to be Star Wars. It was phenomenal. Dave Filoni definitely did a fantastic job. Actually, it seemed to me really from the outset, and it certainly continued through all the way to that battle, especially in that battle between the Magistrate and Ahsoka Tano, of how much it seemed to be like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like he literally took what he had done on screen for Avatar: The Last Airbender in animation and did it here in live action. And it was such a really fascinating thing to see. I just kept thinking, oh, this is like Filoni's dream to make this happen. So that's one piece of this. Another, that pre-title sequence, Ahsoka Tano, double lightsabers, awesomeness. I may or may not have had a tear in my eye. It was delicious. It was fantastic. You know, it's funny because we finally get a name for the child. Grogu, right? Grogu. I think in like almost any other episode thus far, that would have been big news. That would have been like the news of the episode. This was like not even in the top 5 most interesting things about this episode. Grogu. All right, that's going to take some work getting used to Grogu. Ahsoka, if you're not familiar with Ahsoka, she first appeared on screen in the 2008 movie that actually was in theaters. I remember going to see it in theaters. Star Wars: The Clone Wars, not to be confused with the series that started the exact same year with the same title. But she first appeared in that movie, was in those seasons of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and she even came back. If you haven't seen Star Wars Rebels, spoiler, she comes back. She's in there, and it's really fantastic, and it's amazing to see her in live action. And despite all the potential hate out there, Rosario Dawson, like, could it was great. It was fantastic to see Rosario Dawson pull off that live action performance of Ahsoka. It was fantastic. That alone would have been fantastic. We didn't need the Grogu piece. What about also, like, one of the weird things for me was what Ahsoka said about where to take Grogu to this place, whatever. I don't know I honestly don't know about Luke having established his Jedi training stuff. Maybe he hasn't started it yet, or maybe he has and she just is not in the loop and is not aware of his Jedi training academy. It's possible. I don't really know, to be honest, what's up with that, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with Grogu and the Mandalorian and Din Djarin trying to get him training. Okay, that having been said, let us also talk about Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yes, Thrawn. Oh man, it sounds like the way that Ahsoka brought it up to the Magistrate that Grand Admiral Thrawn is active. He's alive, and he has contact with this Magistrate. Really fascinating. If you're not familiar with who Grand Admiral Thrawn is, he originally appeared in before, like, it's not canon now, but there was a trilogy back in the 1990s that basically helped revive the Star Wars fandom. I never read it. I've heard great things about it, written by Timothy Zahn. And then they brought it back. They had Grand Admiral Thrawn has appeared on screen in seasons 3 and 4 of Star Wars Rebels. And then also they had a 2017, 2018, 2019 book trilogy. Good novels. I wasn't a big fan of the middle novel of that trilogy, but the first and the third books really, really good. And then a new trilogy just started this year in 2020 of books that are coming out by Timothy Zahn. So Thrawn is still around. There's a lot about him. Like I said, the 4th book just came out this year, and he was in 2 seasons of Star Wars Rebels, and I guess he's coming back. And it also means, that's right, if you are a Star Wars Rebels fan, this is really interesting. If Thrawn's coming back, that means Ezra could still also very well be around in the Star Wars universe. So, whoo, there's a lot. And by the way, I didn't even talk about, and I'm just gonna drop this, which is the fighting sequences. Getting to see Ahsoka Tano live action. Oh, okay, this was fantastic. Overall, it was just a gem of an episode, and yes, what a time to be alive as a Star Wars fan. All right, thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.